Okay, welcome back. We're back where we left off. Let's go check the train station.
Yo.
Oh, hey there, Rada.
久しぶりだな。
Rada, Arta,
冗談だよ。
whatever.
冗談。
I think it's fine. And protagonist.
警察や人目を避けながら、
You don't say.
泣き言は後だ。イーターに追われて、ここに逃げ込んだ連中がいる。
Oh, how kind of you.
俺といると指名手配って言いてーと。オタクが来てくれたのは心強い。
Sure, let's go. So last week, the balanced data slate for Warhammer 40k dropped. I guess I'll throw my 2 cents in here while I'm running around. Grey Knights really didn't get any changes, let's be honest. Cheaper interceptors, but that's really it. Sure, if you want to count the changes to nerf the Purgation Squad, cool, but I mean you can, like, that is a thing. It just doesn't do anything. The Purgation Squad having rerolls to hit doesn't change that they're not very... Their indirect fire rule is just not very useful. None of the guns have any effective, well, any good amount of AP on them. Really good for that. The only thing they have that is ignores cover is the flamers. Nothing there really does anything. How did I get over here? I'm also only going to talk about the factions I know anything about. Sisters. Administratus got some good fix, well, a good fix. Some of their stuff got a little cheaper, but it's not as cheap as it kind of needs to be with how hard they were hit. Things as they are, with the edition basically coming to a close sometime this year, or even middle of next year, I don't think we're going to see any major changes codex-wise, already printed codex-wise, in the vein of, like, say, Gene Stealers. We might, I doubt it. Tanks are generally overcosted, and that's specifically because how effective they've been. But the few points drops are nice. The Castigator should come down by 30 points, I think. It does not. It's not 170 points of tank worth of tank. Okay, there's a little path. Nice. Sisters are in a better spot. They're still in a rough spot, but they are in a bit better of a spot. I am genuinely curious to see where the kill team falls, because we've got the 2 new kill teams. That's what everyone says. The kill teams look interesting. I don't know necessarily if they'll do much of anything. But Sisters having access to a plasma gun could be quite interesting. Then we've got, well, then for ones I use, there is the AdMech. I'm still a bit of a newer player to that. Well, I'm a newer player to the game in general, but beside the point. AdMech, I don't think really did anything. Like, yes, they did get the call did become significantly cheaper. At the same time, I don't think that's a good thing. The only Supreme Leader character I think that would make sense being that cheap is Keldor. Because he's not exceptionally powerful, but also not exceptionally weak. He's somewhere in between. Grey Knights have their own problems with just not being necessarily good at anything outside of scoring. I think the heaviest hitting thing they've got is, well, in shooting, it's either the Razorback or the Dread Knight, and then in melee, it's the Dread Knight and, well, a handful of their named characters. But yeah, Call going as cheap as he did is not surprising in his current state. I don't like how Call currently is. Past that, the Dominus getting 5 points cheaper is honestly whatever. You aren't using you aren't really using them unless you need the Feeling of Pain on something, or you are running the Electro Priests, and Electro Priests generally don't do enough to warrant some stuff. Depending on the meta, Electro Priest could be good, especially when the Dominus upgrades it to 4 up instead of 5 up.
どう思う？こいつらに意志ってもんはねえのかな？バカ、こいつらの目的は一体何なんだ？
We'll find that out soon enough.
それは
Oh, there's
スレド、てめえふざけんなよ。いつも都合よく現れやがって。
観察と分析こそが研究者の責務。新田君も興味津々の。
お前、イーターの目的を知っているのか？
he probably doesn't.
やはり興味をお持ちですか。多少長くはなりますが、あなたの素直なところで新田君、あなたはなんだよ急に。食事するのに目的も何もね。食べなきゃし。その通り。食べるのはそんなもん。それは生物の本能に感情と論理の火花が乗っているだけです。もっともっと原始的に考えていただきたい。
Shido, his answer is very much a hard, cold logic character. Answer. This is kind of a bit more of a philosophical question than you generally think about. Why do you wish to continue living? Why do you wish to continue existing?
生物が生きるのは種を保存するため。そのために生物は環境に適応し、その遺伝子を書き換えてきた。
Yes, and then there's more to it than just that. If you have any real faith in anything, most faiths have some sort of divine mandate to live and multiply. The Judeo-Christian view specifically is be fruitful and multiply and subjugate the earth.
すなわち進化ですよ。
Subjugating the earth very specifically being plants and animals, not other people. If you are generally interested in the idea, well, in the philosophical and religious views of certain things during certain eras, they are quite interesting and worthwhile to look into, just from a pure philosophical viewpoint.
進化？
その通り。そしてそれはイーターは捕食したものをデータとして分化。これがあなた方もご存知のバグ化と呼ばれる現象で、イーターの真の能力はバグ化にある。彼らの真の能力は それら対象を捕食することで自らを書き換え、新たなる生命として生まれ変わる。
Alright.
つまりそれは進化。イーターは捕食を繰り返しながら進化し続けているのです。
Little concerning, but we'll see a lot more of that later.
イーターも。
そうです。イーターにとって生きることとは進化すること。なんとも素晴らしい能力だとは思いませんか。これぞ生命の究極の姿と言っても過言ではない。
He is completely absorbed by his research.
イーターにとってはあらゆる存在が、それがたとえ現実とデジタルを隔てる壁であろうとも、人間が幾世相を経てようやくたどり着く境地を、イーターは個々の
進化のためにイーターに次元の壁を加え。
確かに私は岸辺さんに共演ですが、私と岸辺さんが目的を同じくしていたのは次元の壁の崩壊まで。あ、岸辺さんは次元の扉を開くと表現していましたが、私は壁の方がしっくりくるんですよね。意味的には扉でも同じですが、抽象だ。
壁でも扉でもどっちでもいいっつうの。
イーターに次元結果、現実世界はデジタルワールドの影響、リアルとデジタルの完全なる融合、それが実現することで何ができると思いますか。何ができるなんてものじゃありません。ありとあらゆることが可能になるんですよ。
His character is the epitome of, you ask the question of whether you could or could not instead, could or could not, instead of asking whether you should or should not. He kept thinking whether he could instead of thinking whether he should. The problem is, because we know the Eaters infest the digital world, this will only exacerbate the problem and make things significantly more difficult. Especially with certain things that we'll see later. But
現実世界を自由自在に改変することも可能です。電脳世界のプログラムを書き換えるように。
I don't quite think so.
自分が求める完璧なものが得られるまで何度でも何度でも。
そいつがあんたの目的か。それってひょっとして人間その。
そうですね。
新たな
成し得たいことがあるのならば、たどり着きたい彼岸があるのならば、力あるものを喰らい自身を書き換えなさい。それは何もせずに現状を嘆く。さあアルタ君、君はどうします？いや、ところ気をつけた方がいい。進化できないものはいずれ淘汰される。
Yep, here it goes. Except Arata ends up eating the Eater instead. It also awakens his
いや
memories.
いや、新たようやく進化の岐路に立てたというのに、ご気分は。俺
That's excessive.
これは
なんで結局俺は。
新たでももう大丈夫。
悲しみが。
Okay.
さあ共にこの不完全な世界、そうすれば。
心配してくれてんだろ。けどでかい宿題が残ってたことを、力が必要なんだ。
The stereotypical edgelord always seeking power.
さすが新たくん、君こそ新たな進。
それは本当に。
Finally, you're here.
今日こそ。
何ですかあなたは。邪魔をしないで。どうです新たくん、プログラムを書き換え世界の法則をリアルタイムで改変。まだまだ微力で。
すまね
それで後悔はしない。
え。後悔ならもう。
やめておけ。彼の決意は固い。今は何を言っても。
Yeah, she's correct.
君が今すべきことは何だ。全く意味がわか。君らしい答えではある。その答えがいかなる結末を導くか。今は深追いしても極上の子。なるほど。ああ、連絡を取らなかったのは悪かった。私は私で、しかし苦労の甲斐あって、今ロイヤルナイツの反応がある箇所は4箇所。その中で最も明確な反応を示しているのは、エグザモンはロイヤルナイツの中でも屈指の破壊力を持つ。だが今はイーターに侵食され、今は防衛隊がエグザモンを取り囲み動きを監視している。
I doubt they'll be able to do
しばらくは彼ら
anything
に
to
任せ
him,
ておい
but
た
it'll
方
at
が良さ
least
そう
be
だ。
entertaining.
残りの3つ。渋谷の反応はマグナモン、上野の反応、今反応があるロイヤルナイツはこのくらいだ。さて次に、我々がやるべきこ
Gather
と
new
は
friends.
ロイヤルナイツの可能ならば仲。どうしたんだ。
Now,
それならいいが、よし、久々のほう、しばらく会わない。さあ仕
now,
事の時
no one
間
can
だ。
appreciate your
ロイヤルナ
coffee.
イツのせ。
大丈夫か。
口から得体の知れない液体がやはりこのやりとりがないと始まらない。
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll end that here for today. Until next time.